Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. This is a special episode for me. I thought it's time I say I turned 100,000, although I'm a few thousand subscribers late on this. I just want to do a cool video, an unboxing video, and just kind of like look back on some of the stuff that we've talked about over the years. And that the first thing we've talked about is the foggers. I've always done videos on foggers and different methods of keeping humidity in the greenhouse. Humidity grows nice plants, grows good roots. And if you follow my channel at all, you know I'm a man who loves my roots. I'm just going to move this fogger back a bit. And yeah, let's see where to begin. So much to look at. You know, we always start videos. We always used to start videos. The greenhouse has got so much variety in it now, but it used to be very narrowed. It used to be very focused on. It started with orchids, it started with carnivorous plants, and there's just been so much over the years. So why don't we just start with a carnivore, or with an orchid here. This is my Cattleya maxima. I love this guy. It blooms for me once a year. It is a species, and it always hangs in the warm side. It never bloomed for me in the cool side. Look at these lovely, beautiful roots. That's due to my humidity. I swear I could just grow orchids hanging in here. It's great. Makes it pretty easy. But anyways, beautiful plant. Nice, good-sized flowers to it. Likes warmer conditions. Gets morning sun. It's blocked from the hot afternoon sun, but very nice plant, isn't it? And while I was getting this guy out, I came across one of these guys. I don't know if you remember back in the day, me doing some bromeliad videos. Every year or two, I still divide up the pups and I keep one or two just for remembrance. You know, you go through these phases where it's like, I'm really into this right now and really into that right now. And yes, like, sorry about the lighting. As I say, it's getting to be dusk, and if I turn on the lights in here, it's horrible backlighting. So, but yeah, do you remember me doing my bromeliad videos? Separating out the pups, doing some repotting and stuff like that back in the good old days. There's been so many videos and so many subscribers since those. I can't believe it. So why don't we get on with the unboxing part of this? No, let's do one more first. I want to show you this guy again because it's out in bloom. This is one of my oncidiums. This is a hybrid, so it is a Brassica oncidium, so it's a brassidium. It grows quite robustly. It's quite big. You can see lots of roots out everywhere. Oh, I'm hitting carnivorous plants above my head. But yeah, it looks really nice right now. This thing takes up a lot of room in the greenhouse. So I have less orchids, but that's because these orchids are this big now. So there's a lot of big ones in here, and yeah, there's only so much room for everything. And hopefully I'll get a chance to talk about something new that I just started growing. I've always grown them, but I just started growing with them last winter with any kind of passion, which is Utricularia, which is another carnivorous plant. So hopefully I can show you some of those. But let's put this back down. We'll show you one more because the Draculas are what started it all. I think my very first videos I did when I had no subscribers, this one's just opening, so it's not fully open, we're on Draculas. This one here is Dracula Chirotetra. I still, you know, after all these years, cannot get the words right, the Latin names. Latin names are just like, I can't do them. But anyways, Dracula orchids, monkey face orchids. So cool. This was like my first passion that I shared with you guys, I think. And now, this is going to be a long video. YouTube has sent me this. So, I'm pretty sure I know what's in here, because YouTube doesn't send me a lot of stuff. But why don't I bring the camera down and we can open this together. Okay, so I set you down on my trusty table that we have repotted so many plants on, Nepenthes and orchids and everything else, and let's have a look at this. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you reach 100,000, there goes my fogger. Perfect timing, of course. The fogger always goes off with perfect timing. So I'm just going to talk over the fogger. When you reach 100,000 subscribers, YouTube sends you a silver play button. So let's have a look at this. First off, it's much bigger. The box is much bigger anyways than I thought it was going to be. It's a good sized box. Lots of tape on the box. The box is very well made. It's very sturdy. Okay, here we go. Still like looking ultra classy. We have our black box and our foam. A letter. You've just done something that very few YouTube creators accomplish. You have an astonishing 100,000 people subscribed to your channel. We know that the numbers on YouTube can get really big, but we hope that you don't lose sight of reality behind this 6-digit milestone. Each and every person who has subscribed to your channel has been touched by what you created. They were inspired, challenged, and entertained. So, I won't get into the whole letter, but I will read that after. Congratulations on your milestone. It was inspected by care with Rick. And let's have a look here. There it is. It's bigger than I thought. It's shinier than I thought. And it's a silver play button. So that's going to be awesome. You know, I would hang it in the greenhouse, but I'm scared the greenhouse would just destroy it. But presented to Brad's Greenhouse and Gardening for passing 100,000 subscribers. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, all my subscribers, for helping to get me here. Almost getting a little like choked up here. Wow. Bumped the microphone too. So yeah, that is, we'll just leave it out even. For now, we're going to leave this out. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this yet. I wasn't even sure what it was going to be. I kind of expected something that was freestanding, but it's not. But there it is, my silver play button. So thank you guys for all of this. And why don't we finish a tour with some other stuff that we have looked at over the years, just to kind of do some updates and do some remembering and stuff like that. One of the first things I noticed right in front of me when I set up the camera is the Hoyas out in bloom. This time of year the Hoyas are all actively blooming. I could probably find at least a half a dozen different species out. This is, what are we looking at here? A very faded tag. Pubicale cross purple hybrid. Here's another nice one up here. Look at that. That one is very nice. Cinnabarum, I think it's called. My crinkle leaf or Hindu rope is just finishing up there. There's so many Hoyas. There's even some warm growing ones like starting to bloom. Lots and lots of Hoyas here. And if we swing over, lots and lots of Hoyas over here. Although now that I'm looking for blooms, I don't actually see any. But they just kind of all drape down and shade some of my other plants back there. It's kind of a cool effect. Yeah, lots of Hoyas have come in. Not enough Hoya videos though. If only I had more time. Right beside that is my cool growing chamber that I have managed to fill with my Velozes. They're looking good. You guys have seen these off and on for years. They're slowly getting bigger. After 5 years or so, they're not even outgrowing a 4-inch pot, but they're getting bigger, guys. So we'll keep watching these grow together. Nighttime lows in here are just below 10 Celsius, and daytimes are about 21, 22. Makes it easy to keep them cool. They don't like the heat. But yeah, that's my Ultra Highland chamber, and we built this together. Okay, we really haven't moved very far, but two of the air plants that we have like looked at together, and I always get asked about. This big guy here, which I do have the name on there, I believe. Ceruleana. Anyways, we're up to 3 bulbs on it now. It's getting bigger. It was by far the biggest air plant I had ever seen at the time for one big bulb, and it's still pretty big. And this guy here, this is my pink quill Tillandsia. You can still see the old tag in it. We unpotted this guy together years ago because I was like, well, it's an air plant, it probably doesn't need dirt. And it was just one plant at the time. And you can see all the dead pink quills that have come and gone off of it. I've even cut some off in previous years. It's still going strong. It is still alive and kicking and doing well. Here is a nice Edwardsiana. I've really taken a passion to my Nepenthes. I really, really like them. They're such incredible plants. And this is just one of my favorites here. I'm going to swing you over and we can look at some of my other favorites. My Hamadas. I wouldn't trade my Hamadas for anything. They are so beautiful. And they're really starting to vine now. There's even a frog poop in here. Yeah, they're doing very well. Very, very well. What else can I show you? I have finally reached wicked cool uppers on my flava. This is Nepenthes flava. Just amazing uppers on it now. It even bloomed this spring. It's a boy. So, tiny bit of red flecks in the peristome, but and the backlighting kind of makes it weird. It's just a nice lime green, really. Very, very nice. Hang it down a bit. Just beautiful. Some of my other Nepenthes here. It's really turned into a jungle in some spots. Above our head, of course, is like turned into nothing but a jungle. Hamada Rubkentlii. Leonardoi. Looking good. The greenhouse has definitely come a long way. It's aged. I mentioned my passion now for Utricularias. So this was Alpina. It flowered and I managed to pollinate the flower stalks. There's 2 flower stalks there. And yeah, some nice big seed pods. So I'm excited to sow those. If we can, we will sow them together. They were such beautiful plants. Such beautiful flowers. So yeah, my collection of those has gotten a little bit bigger. Taking a stroll through the garden. We showed this giant Hosta in several videos. It's massive. I can't give you perspective on it. It's huge. There must be 40, 50 bloom spikes on that all the way around it. There's a big Hosta beside it, but this one is just massive. My tropical garden, everything's a little bit smaller in it this year, just due to time with the second baby. So yeah, time's been limited. The only thing that's bigger is the palm trees. The palm trees are getting huge. Those would have been small in the early day videos, very small. Banana, same banana. It's been bigger though. We chop it back every year, and it looks stunning right now. It's very red, but it's a good size. It's manageable for me right now. And of course the taros are still in here. A little bit different is the bananas are gone and they've been replaced by a giant patch of peas and tomatoes and stuff. My kids wanted to do a vegetable garden this year, so something had to get the boot. But yeah, we have some ripe tomatoes and some carrots starting and had lots of peas. Growing palm trees from seedlings. Look at this. They're under a palm tree right now. But my seedlings are doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. Definitely signs of kids around now. You can see where some of my time has gone. But yeah, my palm tree seedlings are still doing good. My Spagna Moss is back here this year, out of the sun, a little bit lower maintenance. But yeah, I got several trays of it that go all the way down. I just let the leaf litter fall on it. It kind of gives some nutrients in there. The odd bird poops in it. The odd bird chews it up a bit. But yeah, nutrients just kind of comes in and goes. The odd weed gets in. but it grows pretty well. I use a seaweed-based fertilizer on it with just a touch of orchid fertilizer in as well, and it seems to be keeping it nice and green and growing pretty fast. I can harvest it quite quickly. This gets morning sun now. Last year it had afternoon sun, but I found it too hard to keep it from getting cooked. You missed one day of watering and it wasn't looking so green anymore, so it looks really good right now. What would a garden tour be without the bamboo patch? I think you guys helped me plant this. It would have been really tiny. Some of my early videos had it in, and it's come a long way. This is a giant mimosa tree above our heads in flower, coming over the yard. But yeah, let's have a look over here. Where are we gonna go? Good sized bamboo now. We got the sunset. It's like an orange light. Remember I said it was dusk when I was filming in the greenhouse? There's the sunset. Sunsets are always funny on cameras, aren't they? Got a few minutes till it goes behind the mountain. And of course the black bamboo and some of the yellow bamboo. Black doesn't get as big, of course. But yeah, every cane that comes up, I painstakingly remove the branches from the bottom so the trunk can, or the canes can actually be exposed. Otherwise you have a very, very bushy bamboo. So I just come along and break these off while they're still fresh. If you wait, they get very, very hard. So here's another one that's all tangled up. I'll straighten this tomorrow. But yeah, you break off all these lower ones while you can. Otherwise you can't even do it with like snips. And there we go. And they never grow back again, but it keeps the canes exposed so you get a better look. And my pond. We have to recap the pond a little. You guys have watched these koi grow up. They were here when YouTube started, but they were tiny. And now they're big, pretty big. And friendly. Some of you guys like the pond videos, some of you guys don't, but water bowls of water hyacinths. Nice water bowl there. Black taro looks nice. The old cobra lilies in the stream goes back to like the first videos. And I'll turn you guys around because we got the bog pots, but we did a video on that last, so we won't touch base on those. Beside it is my plumeria. This is grown from seed. And it says, I've done a few plumeria videos, and I've never been really successful with them. But look at this, my first flower. I have not bloomed these before. I've come close. Most of the buds have blasted on this, but at least I can tell what color it is now. Beautiful. Grown from seed, you can never tell what color you're gonna get. And now I know. So that's cool. Why don't we have one more stop into the new temperate greenhouse. You guys have not seen it since I got the shelving in. I just haven't had time. So you've seen my video on the old shelving that was, or the new shelving I got that was like totally rickety. Had to rethink how I did everything, and it ended up with just Baker's Racks metal shelving. So everything's doing well in here. It gets really, really hot in here. There is the sunset again. It is the best view of a greenhouse you can get. These guys are falling over. They're just getting too heavy. Should have staked them, I guess. Probably the fans blowing them over. So Sarracenias are loving it in here. It's super hot. I'll turn off that squeaky fan. It's probably on the microphone driving us nuts. So Sarracenias are loving it. One of my favorite Sarracenias here. That guy is Rubicorpola giant form, Apalacola National Park, Florida. Love that guy. A few orchids in here. Some sundews in here. Citicenas bloomed this year. Looking good. They're loving it in here too. Fly traps are doing well. You can tell it's the middle of summer. The The short traps have died back now, and the long freestanding traps are emerging. So this one is Titan. And yeah, so that's my little personal collection of Venus flytraps. Nothing too spectacular. A few cool agaves that you guys, I don't even think you've seen yet. These are hardy agaves, so I've been keeping my eye out for these guys. I just got this one and repotted it yesterday, and this one I got the beginning of summertime. So these guys are good to like zone 5. Bougainvillea Brax. These guys are good to zone 5. They'll live in the tempered greenhouse. The trick for them in the wintertime is they can take it cold, they just can't take it wet. So this greenhouse is going to be perfect for a few agave in here. The Bougainvillea, which is now outside, was sitting right here, but it started shedding all of its bracts, and so I was just letting it shed outside. It was like snowing pink in here. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. Unboxing and a recap of everything that has gone on. I'm sure I've missed so much stuff, but there's just not enough time for everything. I want to thank you guys for everything. And now, now that 100,000 subscribers is upon me, next goal I guess is 1 million. So I'm 10% of the way there. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching.